tryna make you feel good. Baby, I'm just tryna show you real love. Open up your heart so you can feel good. Let a real one show you real love. Real love. I know you in pain. You been messing with these dum-dums, yeah, these lames. So me and them jokers, we ain't the same. I got the type of love to make you wanna change your last name. Baby, I'm better, not them dudes. I know you don't trust me, yeah, and it's cool. Give me some time and I'll show you. Even though your heart broke, I'm tryna heal your wounds so you can feel good. Baby, I'm just tryna show you real love. Open up your heart so you can feel good. Let a real one show you real love. Real love. Baby, I got what you need. Open up your eyes and see there's no other man like me. Give it time and wait and see. Wait a minute, I'm just trying to show you that I'm different. I know you're hard line, but I got the key to get it. And if you open up, baby girl, I can fix it. I wanna be the one for you. Baby, I'm better, not them dudes. No, you don't trust me, and it's cool. Give me some time and I'll show you. Even though your heart broke, I'm trying to heal your wounds so you can feel good. Baby, I'm just trying to show you real love. Open up your heart so you can feel good. Let a real one show you real love. Real love. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? Ay. Don't it feel good to find love? Don't it feel good? Ay. Don't it feel good to find love? Don't it feel good? Ay. Don't it feel
Bait fam! First and foremost, glory to God. Thank you for giving us another day to do what we love to do. Lord, I ask you to bless this stream as we here for another time to talk about 2K, not play, but mostly talk and for this little bit of time we have before we have to go. And then we'll be back later in the afternoon. But Lord, I ask that you cover the people that's able to come to this session right here. I ask that you protect us. I ask that you give us safe travels. I ask that you give us peace of mind and just let us have an amazing day with our loved ones. And if we're having a crazy day at work, give us the strength to endure and the patience to deal with difficult circumstances, Lord. I love you. I appreciate you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. What is up? What is up? All right, y'all. Stop playing back in November. What is going on? What is going on, man? We got to talk as we here for a little bit. I need to talk to you guys about a thing that I think is a big thing in 2K. Now, you see, this is a game that I lost. I did lose this game. I don't have no problem showing the game that I lost. But I wanted to talk about an elephant in the room about defense. Y'all know we LDG. You know what we do for LDG. We lock down gang all day, every day. I don't know why it keeps telling me my encoder and all that other stuff, man. I'm going to figure that out later because I've never had no issues with that. I'm going to check real quick what that can be because for some reason, man, I've been having more and more issues with my encoder ever since I freaking updated, man. And that's why I don't like updating my computer because when you update your computer, dude, it's like 11 things start messing up. And you be like, bro, it was just fine. Now all of a sudden it ain't fine. Like, come on, man. Storage. Let me just check the storage real quick. But I wanted to talk to you guys. Okay. Why am I... My cameras. Okay, yeah. I wanted to talk to you guys Yeah, now I got a whole bunch of gigs to. What the freak, man? I got 150 gigs left, 105 gigabytes of storage that I can use. So I don't know what's going on. But anyway, we will figure it out a little bit later after the fact. But I wanted to talk about a major thing that I think is a big issue in 2K, which is the defense. The defense of NBA 2K. And one of the major issues is movement. I really do believe that the movement in 2K is online. Offline, the defensive movement feels fine, but online, the mechanics of defensive movement. I want you guys to look at this play real quick, and we're gonna dive in it. And again, probably was playing bad, but one thing I've noticed with defense and offense, and I'm gonna talk about it in just a sec, but I want you guys to look at this play, and I want you to pay attention to how my player moves. I want you to pay attention to how my player moves, or whatever the case may be. I want you to pay attention how the player moves. Watch this play right here. I'm not really moving too much, and then I want you to pay attention to this. Now, when we go to back to this play, man, how can I just go? Oh, there we go. All right. Now, when we go back to this play, right? Everything I do is always after the offensive player moves, right? Every time I try to move, like even if you know what the player's going to do, like you cannot it's like the game prevents your movement from moving, and then you can move after the offensive player move. And then the crazy part about it is that the game autocorrects your movement. The game moves your player while you're trying to. So it's like this. This is the thing that's going on. You're trying to do this. The game is trying to do that. And if you don't move how the game wants you to move, your player gets in a limbo, and it's almost like he don't know what the hell he's doing out there. Like he don't have no kind of awareness, right? So I'm here. No. So I'm here playing defense, and I'm stopped. This is where I'm stopped because I know he's about to come back. But I want you to pay attention to my guys start to move heavily towards my right, his left. See, I didn't move my stick. I didn't move my stick at all, but it moved for me and got in this position. So then I'm like, all right, whatever. Cool. Now, I want you to pay attention to one of the biggest issues that I feel that is a problem with the movement is how we turn our hips and how we open up, right? Look at our guy, right? Look at our guy, the way he's faced, right? The way our guy is faced, this is a simple open your hips and slide, right? It's simple. But in 2K, you cannot open your hips and slide. You can't do it. You literally cannot just do a simple open hips, slide to where you got to go. Because if you're playing any kind of basketball, right? If you're playing any kind of basketball, he's right here. That move, I guess it crossed me over, so it made me do that response, right? And then he takes off. Look how stuck I'm stuck. I am literally stuck. I'm stuck in this mode, limbo, like I can't move. And I know people are like, well, he beating you, Bake. He's beating you. But it's a simple fix. If I'm able to turn my hips, if I'm able to just turn my body, it's a simple fix. But you can't turn your body. So let's keep going. So now, as I turn my body, look how slow my body movement turn is and how fast he's able to take off. This is the disconnect between offense and defense in 2K. When you play against a bot, if you play against a bot, right, the bot plays immaculate defense. And I'm going to show you guys in just a sec. But when you play against player to player, you don't get the same benefits that the bot gets. You don't get the same benefits that the bot is able to do. When the bot is able to move, how he's able to mirror you, you don't get that same kind of movement. It don't do that. It does not do that. It can stay still. It knows your plays. It knows how you dribbling. It knows all of these things. Before you do your move, the bot knows. 9 times out of 10, right? It can open up his hips. It can turn a certain way. It can run a certain way. It can do all these things. When we try to do these things, it's a recipe for disaster. So now I'm stuck, right? I'm stuck. So now the guy has got the advantage, right? Now look how long. I want you to pay attention to how long it took for my player to register my input. Right? To register my input to go trail and catch up and recover from getting quote unquote beat, right? Look how long that takes. About time I'm there, you know what he's doing right now, right? You know what's about to happen. About time I get to go to that place, he's already triggered the step back. So by the time he does the step back, I'm already in the motion because look how delayed and look how slow and look how long it takes for the defense to recover from a simple move. Look. So my dude has to do this calculation of turning. Look, now I got control of my player to go recover. What's about to happen? What do you think's about to happen, babe? Your ass is about to get hit with a step back move. Because in actuality, I was already triggering this animation. But by the time I got control to be able to recover, it's way too late. And this brings me to one of my points. Scripted gameplay. Scripted. The mechanics of the defense, it's easy to script broken plays and easier shots for offense. Every time you get beat, it takes you 30 years to just turn around and run. And the sad part is the game does not register your speed. The game does not register your acceleration. It doesn't register none of those things. Because you got to think about it. The faster you are, the more acceleration you got, the better you should be able to get in and out of your breaks, in and out of your stance, in and out of all these things that speed and acceleration ties into, but not in 2K. You do not be able to do that. Your acceleration of getting in and out of breaks doesn't come into effect. And by the time I get able to recover, it's way too late. And this is what happens. Now, I'm already gone, right? I want you to pay attention to how long it takes for me to cut, to be like, all right, he got me. It's a simple cutback because think about it. When somebody beats you and they cut back, if they jump back or whatever, it's a simple plant and turn and put your hand up, right? It's a simple. It doesn't mean that you're going to be able to get a good contest to get a block or whatever the case may be, but you are going to be able to plant and turn, right? Unless you just make them fall, break their ankles or whatever, but you still are going to be able to recover to turn. I want you to look at my dude. Pay attention to my dude. Look at this. I'm planting. This is my plant. Look how long this whole process takes. Look, now I'm turning. Look, now look at my dude. Whatever that did, it has the elements of the plant and turn, but watch what happens when you plant and turn. Look, you see that? Do you see that? Look what happens when you plant and turn. He plants, boom. Now he does another gather in the middle of his turn. Look, watch. He's about to gather again. Look, it's another gather. This is a gather. And this gather is, what the hell? First, he did not even move. But then the gather, no. Watch. Now the gather, it's too late. Shots up, wide open, nobody's there. And I'm not saying he shouldn't get awarded, but I'm saying the mechanics of how we recover to things is abysmal. It's been like that for years. It's been like that for a while. And it makes the offense a lot of times more superior than the defense. It's not even that you can't play defense, it's the game is designed that even if you get beat a little bit with a solid, decent dribbler, it's not that hard to score in 2K. It's not. It's not that hard. You get what I'm saying? Fear God 101. What's good, my boy? It's not that hard to score in this game. But look what happened. Look how long that process take. Now I'm putting the hand up. It's hella late. But if you look at this whole process, pay attention to the whole process and just watch how stagnant the movement is. Look. Did you see that? You see the stutters between? I want y'all to pay attention. Do you see the stutters between the movement? That is hurting the defense. That is hurting the defense, is the stuttering between the movement. Like, there's no offense. Look at this man. I want you to pay attention to him in his dribbling. You tell me what stutters did he do in his dribbling. All this rearrange, working, and movement, I'm about to tell you why. But I want you to put it in the chat. Look at all this movement he's doing. No stutters, seamless, and it's going through one animation into another animation, smooth, and our animations is stuttery. Watch. I want you to pay attention. What? Look at his move. Everything he does. Tell me what stutters. Tell me what stutters. He's dribbling, keep dribbling, doing multiple moves. Boom, bang, boom. In actuality, he did nothing. That's the crazy part. In actuality, if you really paid attention to his sequence, he didn't do anything to really break your ankles. He didn't do anything to really create space. All he did was the same move over and over and over and over again. And since the game automatically plays defense for you, it makes your player move even when you're not trying to move. It gets triggered by little simple things, right? It gets triggered by spamming of moves. Spamming of moves, if we slow this down, right? If we just keep slowing this thing down, right? All he's doing is the same dribble in place, spam moves. He didn't set up no difference. Look, I'm going up, make sure he don't shoot the three. My dude moved already. He morphing up. I'm just trying to not move. But he ain't doing nothing. But I want y'all to pay attention to this. I want you to pay attention to this real quick. I want you to pay attention how the bot guards you, though. I really want you to see this. I want you to see how the bot guards. Go to Blacktop. Make sure it's on Hall of Fame because I want to put it on the difficulty. Put it on Hall of Fame, right? And then I want to go to play now. No. Oh, yeah, play now. And then I want to go to Blacktop, and I want to do ones, right? I want to do a 1v1, and I want to do this thing and go up to the score. Can you do creative player? My player. This player. I'm going to bring this player out, and then I'm going to put on, let's put Tyrese Maxey. Let's just put Tyrese Maxey. Okay? And then we're going to go here, right? And what I want to do is I'm going to choose sides because I was on the wrong side. I want you to pay attention to how the defense moves on you. I really want you to pay attention. Look at his positioning. Look how he's able to, in close corners. Look. You see how he's able to move in close corners? Look how he's able to move, maneuver in and out. We can't move like that. But look how he's able to move. I'm doing the same thing, dribbling in pace, but look how he's able to stay in front. All right, now let's go in and look at this real quick. let's go ahead and analyze this, right? Let me go. Okay. So, how do I, what is this? I'm just trying to see the replay. Where's the replay at? This is the replay? All right, here we go. Oh, dang it, bro. It's too complex. All right, here we go. So, if we play this out, come back from the beginning, right? I want you to really pay attention to how, look at the way, and I want to go in a way where we can, see how he can go in and out of breaks, in and out of cuts. We can't do that. We can't. We can't move like this. Look at this. I'm going to play at full speed, and I want you to pay attention. Look at this. If a player did those moves, you get your ankles broke. You get your ankles broke. You get your ankles broke. It can come up. It can play defense. Look how he's guarding. Look. It looks good, right? But for us, you see how he's, wait, how do I, dang. I just want to see, like, maybe this one. But if you really pay attention to his move, he can come up, he can guard, he can smother you, he can take that angle away. And like they know which angle to take. It's the craziest thing ever, but it's true. And they can play the best defense, and they can play that for a long time. Like they are not moving. But if I go, I know it's gonna probably be a little bit different because I don't think he got dribbled. But if I go, because they don't really dribble like that. They do that. Okay, with the cheeseburgers. But the way that they able to move, like if you just see how they able to move, bro, it's like, bro, they are able to move something crazy. Like you can literally run full speed, and they are able to literally play the best defense of their life on you. But if it's us, we don't get the same benefit. But the defense, look at the defense. Look at it. I'm turboing, and he ain't even out of his stance. He's not even out of his stance, not one time. Not one time, y'all. Not once did he have to turn and run. Not once did he get the stuttering. Not once. Not once. He can play up close. Like you got to do those kind of moves on them. But then they adjust. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen, bro. You can do all these dribble moves, and they will play you the best positioning, the best angles, the best everything. Like all these things better. And it is the craziest thing I ever seen. But when you play online, right? You don't get the same benefits. Your player gets stunned. Your player is like, I'm hitting them with spam moves up to spam moves. Like, and he's not even budging. You talk about Hall of Fame ankle breaker. He's not even budging, and he stays in front of you every single time. Every time. Every time. Every time he stays in front of you, and this is the issue with the defense. There's a disconnect. It's like we're not entitled to this movement. We can't move our stick. We can't move like that. You literally can't. Like, we have to turn and run. Look at this man. This man stays in his lateral movement damn near the whole time. He's in lateral movement all day. He does not run. He's in his lateral movement. We cannot move like that. We can't move like that. Even if you pay attention to the delay, look at this delay right here. Look at this movement. When I go right here, look where he's at, right? He's stuck, right? Watch how the game, look, he's stuck. Technically, you got him beat, right? Look how he moved. Watch this move. Watch this subtle adjustment. Look. Right back in position. Right back. Look. Right back in. How do I change this dang thing? Right back in position. Look. Because look, he's beat. He's beat right here. If you look at where he's at, where I'm at, right? This is a beat. This is a beat. And then you beat him. Watch how he subtly gets right back in position. And the game does this so naturally when it comes to the ball. Because now if I was to try to shoot that, like if I stop, look where he's at. Right back in position. Right back in position. I don't understand the disconnect with 2K. I don't understand 2K as a company that you want this to be for your computer, but you don't want this to be for your user. Spamming all those moves would have broke somebody's ankles. It would have broke his ankles. The man is in position all day, every day, and he's able to even get a bump at the end. But if you go to Tyrese Maxey badges, let's see Tyrese Maxey badges. Let's see Tyrese Maxey badges. Let's see his attributes first. Let's go. Perimeter defense, right? Let's see. A 79. He has a 79 perimeter defense, right? Let's go to badges. What kind of badges Tyrese had? Tyrese Maxey has no defensive badges. He has no defensive badges. He doesn't have clamps. He doesn't have fast feet. He doesn't have none of these badges that we get penalized for not having. And he's able to play the elitist of elite defense. I want y'all to understand the disconnect and what's the real issue here. And this is a major problem. The movement on the AI is better without any defensive badges than the movement against a user with all their defensive badges. That's a problem. Major problem. This man never turned and ran once. He was able to stay in his lateral movement, creating this false idolatry, this false philosophy that like you can play defense. Yeah, you can at times. But the game is designed for the offense to be superior based off how we move, how we respond, how we turn, all these things. Everything that this bot did, we can't do. We get stutters. We get delays. The man never stuttered once. He stayed in lateral movement all the time. And what do we always tell people? Get off that L button. Get off that lateral quick, like stop being in the stance. You got to turn and run. We got to turn and run when we play. The computer can run, don't have to turn and run. They stay in their lateral movement throughout the whole potential time. It's a problem. We get some news next month. It's just pre-order news in July. And then we'll get some news in August. Y'all know the cycle, 2K. And then I want to get to my third point. When it comes to the defense, I want you to think about in 25 years, we have been randomized for 25 years. For 25 years, we've been randomized. And what I mean by this, when it comes to the offense triggers every animation that they get for the most part. For 24, it's about to be 25. It's coming. For about 24 years. But this is year 25. No, this is year 26 because last year was the 25th anniversary. So this is for 26, about to be 26 years. We have been randomized defense, randomized block animations, randomized steal animations. Everything is randomization. Offense is all predicated off user. Defense is all predicated off the algorithm. Think about that. Think about that. Like, think about this. How many defensive animations have we got? How many defense animations can we equip? Because we all know that 2K is animation based. So everything we do, if you can equip it, you can see it more frequently. But tell me why do a 99 steal have the same swipe animation as a 25 steal? Why do a 99 block have the same block and jump animation as a 70 or 50 or 60 block? Why does the same body up happens for all players the same way? Is randomization. You will have a guy that has no strength, no perimeter, but he stay in front of you, he'll trigger a body up. Like literally. He'll make you force a pickup. Little dude. I've seen it multiple times. Little guy. Come in, stay in front of you, make you pick the ball up. No defensive badges, no defense, no strength, no none of that. It's all randomization. Will it happen more times if you have those things? Probably, yes, for sure. But if you really peel back some of those layers, man, 2K has yet to give us anything animation-based for the defensive side, but they have continued to give us everything for the offensive side. Dunk animations, contact dunk animations. We don't have no contact blocks. Do we? Do we have contact blocks? Or is it all predicated off a randomization? Sometimes you're going to get the block, sometimes you're not. We don't have body ups to differentiate from a 99 to a 90 to a 70 to a 60 to a 50. We don't have that. It's all randomization. I can get a body up with a 76 perimeter, the same as a body up with a 97. They may get a little bit more, but it's the same. There's no distinction. Maybe more, maybe. That's a small maybe. And so when it comes to the defensive movement, man, that is the one thing that's been the Achilles heel. And what they do is they try to mask the defense by magnetically forcing you and putting you in place, putting you in the right place when you didn't, first of all, didn't even move your player to be in the right place. Second of all, you didn't even do what you were supposed to do to be in the right place. You can play awful defense and still get rewarded in 2K. And you can play good defense and get punished. Does that make sense? And of course, the better you play, the more times you get rewarded. I'm not saying that, but there's a flaw in the system. There's a major flaw in this system of 2K. I don't know how we can fix it. I really don't. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know what we can do to fix it. I really don't. But there's got to be some changes to the movement. There's something broken with the movement mechanics. This herky jerk start and stop has to be addressed. This so-called foot planning, there's no foot planning at all. We dealing with the same animations we had in current gen and next gen. The way your player turns and move, it's been the same for years. It's been the same for years. And I mean that. And so I do think they need to focus on next gen only for one. You know, even if they did that, bro, I still think we'd be in the same predicament. I still think we'd be in the same predicament. No cap, not gonna hold you. I still think we'll be in the same predicament. I think that the defense has to transition to next gen. It has to make that leap. We have yet to make a defensive next generation leap. Everything is defense related. Is all randomization. It's all like algorithm. It's all what the game wants at the given time. That's why sometimes you'll get a block and sometimes you won't get the block. And it's the exact same situation. Sometimes you get a contest and sometimes you get a 6% contest. It's be the exact same situation. Sometimes you just don't know what you're going to get on defense. You can cut somebody off and then it'll slow your jump down. You know they about to go to the rim and they won't allow you to jump. It's a lot of things that play in the mix of your movement and your animation success on defense. And I do think we need a change. I do think we need something better. I do think we need to progress into something more. I do think so. And till that day come, man, I think we're going to still be at a disadvantage on the defensive side, man. We are going to be at a defensive advantage because the way the game is orchestrated for us to move around, the way it's orchestrated for us to respond, and maybe that has a lot to do with the latency. Maybe that's why the defense is so bad. Maybe the mechanics is in the game, but since it's online, the latency, the responsiveness, it is designed for you to suck at defense. It's designed for you to suck. It's designed for you to not ever be an elite defender. Or you can still be one, but you're still going to get your ass torched. I've seen Joe Knows drop people, and I'm not saying Joe Knows is some slouch, but drop some reputable lockdowns down by 40. It's not their fault. It's just the mechanics. The mechanics, how you're able to respond, how you're able to move. And it's no disrespect to Joe. Joe's really, look, whatever the game going to be, Joe Knows is going to be great. But there are times where you're like, yo, that should have been a penalty, and you don't get penalized because of the mechanics, because of the way the game is built and orchestrated. It's designed to be at a disadvantage than the offense. And I know people will say, Bake, well, offense is running the game. Yeah, but there is some defense elements to it. You make a tough shot, you make a tough shot. But the movement of defense, the movement of defense just has to be improved. And I truly think we need some defensive animations that we can equip so we can trigger those more often. Without that, we're going back to feel like the same thing. Do you think 25 will be any different? No, I don't. I'm telling you, I don't think it's going to be different. I thought Pro Play was the savior of next gen. Now I don't even know what Pro Play is supposed to do. Because in hindsight, 2K is still similar to many 2Ks. The movement is very similar. Just the way you play it is a little bit different. Like there's more things at your belt, like fades and pull-ups. We didn't really have that stuff back then. It was the same joints back in the day. But now you have more ways to score. But when it comes to the movement and hindsight, you know, besides the dribble thing of how you speed boost and all that other stuff and the way you speed boost, like the game has been roughly the same. It's been the same, man. And I'm not saying it the badge, but I'm just being honest. Like we ain't really made a next generational leap, bro. We ain't. We ain't made a next generational leap. Since we came to next gen, we've been more dependent on bots. We've been more dependent on AI than ever. We've been more dependent on the game. The game is doing most of the work rather than the player. The game is orchestrating and delivering specific animation, specific jump. That's the game. That's why sometimes you get in here and sometimes you feel like you cash and the next game you ass. That ain't you. That's the game. That is the game. And that is the problem. PS6 damn near about to come out, and they still haven't tapped into this thing because they're not. They're giving us the bare minimum all the time. We haven't made no next-gen leaps. Remember Mike Wayne said, no vacuum screens. You get them vacuumed anyway. You can literally be right here, and the person is right here, and you're playing defense, and they set a screen, and if you hold LT, shoot, vacuum, come right to the screen. Think about it. They said, oh, when you shoot the ball, you're not going to morph behind the three-point line. Bush. Bush. I call it bush. Because you still morph behind the three-point line. You bet the 2, no, it's a 2. The game will give you a 3. You still get it. Bush. It's going to be more responsive. It's going to feel like you have control of it. Bush. A lot of times you don't have control of your play. A lot of times the game has control of you. And I don't know what they're going to do for 25, but I feel like I'm telling you, man, I've been telling Mechanic, he don't like to hear it. We're going to get this girls basketball players in 2K. It's going to be female hoopers. It's coming. Female hoopers. MLB did it. They ain't going to do it for Madden. I don't know about Madden. You don't really see females playing football. But you see female basketball players. And then you got softball. You know, I thought MLB would bring a softball element, but they actually burn the girls and they just put them on an MLB team. And the crazy part about it is there's never been a woman MLB player ever in history. Ever. In history. Ever. And they brought girls and they put girls into the major league. And I'm not knocking it. But I'm trying to tell you, 2K is going to follow suit. We're going to get female hoopers in the park for the first time ever. And that they like to do stuff like that. Like stuff that you be like, like crossplay. What was the big thing this year? 2K got crossplay. 2K got crossplay. Crossplay on 2K. Crossplay on all modes. Bruh, crossplay's been here for the last 6 years. They just started to do it, and they made that simple thing the greatest, biggest feature of 2K. Now we can play crossplay. Crossplay, play with your friends anywhere, any mode, don't matter. Crossplay, yeah. So you think they about to do something innovative for 2K25? Think about it. My hopes are not up. I'm still going to report the news. I'm still going to report the stuff that needs to be reported, but my hopes is not up. It's the practices. It's the putting your money where your mouth is type mindset. They have yet to do that. 2K have yet to say we're going to lead the game in evolution. You gave us a city with nothing in it. So it's supposed to be innovative because we got a city? Half the stuff in the city is useless. Think about it. You gave us more ways to play. But we're in a theater. We're in a theater. And I get the idea, but think about this, man. We were talking about this last night. 2K don't have no kind of. I like the theater, and the theater is a cool concept. But again, like who plays basketball in a theater? I know mechanics like not everything needs to be realism. Not necessarily. There should be some fantasy, but damn, I'm playing basketball in a theater. Them other spots used to be lit. I think they used to be the courtyards. What they used to be called in 22? It was like the gyms. They used to be gymnasiums, like little small gymnasiums or whatever the case may be. And maybe it's a gym, and you can play at different courts in the gym or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But the theater was cool, and it's a cool idea. It's fun. You get to go play. But bro, it was warehouses. There it is. It was warehouses. He was playing hoops in warehouses back in the day. But think about it, man. You playing defense in the theater. That's cool. Whatever. I like the concept. I like what they did, and it's cool. It's not bad. But a lot of stuff they do is fantasy. And the gameplay is more fantasy than ever. And there are elements, and I'm saying this, and I'm being honest. There are elements when you watch 2K and you're like, man, I see this on TV. There are elements. There are some elements. There are some elements where you're like, yo, hey, I like this. This is pretty dope. This is pretty dope. I like that. Like there's elements where you like, yo. You're like, yo, this is fire. This is pretty dope. But they got to be able to transition. They got to transition. They do. We got to transition. If we want to grow, we got to transition. I know Brute did a video earlier saying that 2K will fail if they do these things. I know they're getting into microtransactions. Man, microtransactions ain't going nowhere. Microtransactions is a part of the game. They're going to be expensive. They're going to be like, yo, we lowered the prices. They're not lowering the prices for builds. I think that's probably the lowest we're going to get. What we got this year is going to be roughly around about $150 to upgrade your player from 25 to 99 per se, or whatever the case may be. Or 60 to 99. You know, and it just, I don't know, man. I just got to see some improvements to the defense, man. I want to see the defense transform into a different state. I want to be able to play the type of defense that the bot is able to play and feel responsive and feel control of that defense. I want defensive animations to come to the game. I want to be able, if I got a 90-something steal, I want to be able to get different variations of swipes. Everybody don't swipe the same. There's some people that swipe mad differently. There's some people when they go for steals, maybe you get those type of steals where you go at them, you charge them, I guess. You know what I'm saying? You charge them and then you're quicker. Your swipes are quicker. Like it's so random. It's so random, man. When I get blocks, I want the blocks that if I meet them at the rim, I can, pin it against the backboard. I can grab the ball, and it's not a randomization. Like if I trigger this button, this is aggressive block. If I don't, then it's a basic block. Like I want that kind of stuff, and I want to see it. I want different basic block animations rather than the same ones where it's just random. Maybe when I block it, I block it a certain way. I don't know. But we need something. We need something, man. We need something, and we're missing something, and we need to get it back. I don't think we ever had it back. I really don't. But it's crazy. Even when you watch these bots play, it's rare that you see them even turning and running. Like, look, they can play the best. Look at that. They can play the best defense all the time. Look at this, man. The bots never get out of their lateral quickness, bro. Never. 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 They can turbo. Look, just look at them. Look how they play defense. We can't move like that. We cannot move like this. We can't. It's a stutter there. It's a response there. It's a whole bunch of stuff there when we do it. They don't do it though. They able to stop, come and play. Like they can play the best defense ever. They able to, he got beat right there, but they able to recover. They able to do a lot of things, man. I don't know, man. I ain't had too much for y'all today. I just wanted to talk about that because I think the defense needs to be great. And I think the offense needs to be solid too. But I think the movement and the mechanics of defense needs to improve. Facts. Straight like that. The mechanics and the movement has to be better. And I hope we get defensive things this year. But I doubt it. I really doubt it. I want to know what's pro play. What is the purpose of pro play? Because I don't seem to know the reason why we got it and what it's going to do, man. But anyway, man, I had nothing too much for y'all. I got to get ready to head out. But I just wanted to chop it up with y'all about that because I just like, let me put a video out there. It's another way to do content as well. And then I'll make some shorts on it. But definitely we'll be back through the grace of God later to double dip into another stream. If you guys, put in the comments of any of these streams, let me know what topics y'all want to talk about before we start getting to the news, because the news is coming next month. We should be getting some right before or right after the finals. Something is going to be coming. Either going to be late June, early July, one of the two, right? If we don't get nothing before July 4th, it's going to be right after July. And it's going to be to promote Summer League that they're 2K League sponsors now. And so it's going to be interesting. I appreciate y'all. Y'all stay blessed. Have an amazing Friday. If you can't come back and rock out with us, take care of yourself. Always remember to live life stress less. You're rocking one of the best. Without God, my life would be a mess. Have faith, hope, and love. Peace.